It's changing out there. There's a storm coming, Harry. Just like last time.
So Harry's alone and angry during most of this film. I mean, talk to us about what's going on with him.
You know, he's somebody who has seen, you know, Voldemort return and then finds out at the very beginning of this film that nobody believes him and that he's been dubbed a liar by everybody, and everybody's listening to the papers, you know, and believing it. And so he's somebody who, as you say, feels very much alone and like he's been ostracised and sort of pushed to the outside. So yeah, he's in a very, very bad place in this film. He's very lonely. He's experiencing a lot of pain and anger and things like that. And so, yeah, it was a fantastic, you know, it was great for me to try and explore that.
You know, key to it for me was to drive so much of it through performance, because it's, you know, it's easy to do things in dramaturgy and images, but I wanted you to feel that tension in what Dan was doing a lot of the time. So we talked a lot about what it felt like to feel conflicted and misunderstood, and that requires a certain amount of tension from within for Dan to achieve. So primarily it comes from performance, and then when it comes to the kind of climactic moment in the film where you see Harry possessed by Voldemort, that was just good old editing, actually, you know, and a few visual effects to try and express it.
Used properly, the power of our clemency will help shield you from access or influence. In these lessons, I will attempt to penetrate your mind. You will attempt to resist. Prepare yourself. Gentlemen.
Hermione sort of takes a leadership role in this position, I felt, especially in prodding Harry on to lead Dumbledore's army. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Well, A, she really, really hates Umbridge, so she really wants to kind of rebel against her. And also she's scared, you know, she's really scared about the fact that there's a war about to begin and they aren't being taught how to defend themselves, how to do anything really. So Harry, having, you know, had all the experience that he's had and, you know, being a very talented, you know, way beyond his years wizard, she thinks that's something really valuable that he could do here. And it actually really helps to bring Harry out of himself, because he keeps trying to kind of isolate himself.
First, we need to find a place to practice where Umbridge won't find out.
The Shrieking Shack?
It's too small.
Forbidden Forest?
Not bloody likely.
Harry, what happens if Umbridge does find out? Who cares? I mean, it's sort of exciting, isn't it? Breaking the rules.
Who are you and what have you done with Hermione Granger?
So Ron and Hermione are getting a lot closer in this film too, so, I mean, are we going to see a kiss?
I don't know, that'd be quite weird, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to have to, something's going to have to happen, maybe.
Do you think that's going to be bizarre, to have a love scene with
Yeah, I think it'd be quite weird, yeah. But, I don't know.
Your previous instruction in this subject has been disturbingly uneven. But you'll be pleased to know, from now on, you will be following a carefully structured, ministry-approved course of defensive magic. Yes.
There's nothing in here about using defensive spells?
Using spells? Well, I can't imagine why you would need to use spells in my classroom.
Dolores Umbridge, she always looks like she's on the verge of completely losing it, tottering into madness. So talk about playing her a little bit.
Well, it was quite delicious, obviously, but quite a challenge to make her, hopefully, I haven't seen it, I've got the film actually, but hopefully real and threatening and ludicrous, and as you said, slightly on the edge. So I was fortunate to have David Yates steering me all the way through it.
I mean, it was always a collaboration really with David, which was something that was fantastic. You know, it was constantly you know, it was never him telling me to do something or me saying I think it should be done this way. It was constantly, you know, we were always feeding off each other, which is what makes it, you know, so special. So it wasn't like he wasn't always giving me advice. He would obviously always give me notes and direction, as that's his job.
There's nothing really specific to Hermione that I can think of that David Yates really wanted to bring out, but I guess he just wanted all of the characters to feel really real, really, really real. and to find kind of truth in the character and truth in all the performances that everyone gives. I think that's why I think the performances are the best they've been yet. I mean, it's not really for me to judge, but I really think he's done that.
You know, these characters are not fixed. You know, the characters are growing older, and as in the books, they kind of start to kind of develop different aspects as they just mature, really. Dan, Rupert and Emma are just getting more complicated as they get older. So my job as a director is to kind of, you know, in a sense, work with them to make that journey in terms of where the character is going in this film.